Happy Monday. Jody here. Another bloody Monday. I can't believe how quickly these weeks are flying by, and I'm starting to think, God, I really got to make sure I achieve this mission. February 2017 will be here before I know it. So if you've been following me along the way, you'll know that I'm on a path towards my holy grail, financial freedom. $100,000 pipeline of passive residual income to be built by February 2017. And it's an exciting journey. What I'm realizing is that, the more I research and learn around wealth creation, what I'm realizing is that probably the biggest and the fastest and the easiest opportunity, the path that will get me there, is online businesses. And that's why I continue down the path of this video blogging, mainly to stretch my comfort zone, get me used to this. And also my next level of evolution is to learn how to edit these darn things and how to bring in special effects and actually make good quality video blogs. They're very raw and just cut straight off of the iPad. That's what I'm filming on at the moment here today, just my iPad. So yeah, whole set of skills there to develop. So happy Mother's Day also, by the way, for all of the mums out there I hope you had a beautiful day yesterday. I know I sure did. And today's post, I'm talking about, my topic or the theme for today's post is, I love networks, but I loathe networking. And that's pretty funny to me because one of the things that I have gone and done is become a network marketer in the Kayani business as part of my I Love Monday mission. And I never thought that I would join up for anything like that. But it's interesting because being part of that business has opened me up to a whole new network of people. And they say that you become the average of the 5 people, so the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And I first heard that a couple of years ago, and I looked at, my closest friends and family that I was spending the most time with, and it was true for me. I thought, yeah, we're all sort of similar levels of wealth and health and lifestyle and all those kind of socioeconomic things. We're all in a kind of similar space there. And I'm really lucky because I'm actually still best friends with the same best friends that I grew up with in high school. So we've known each other since we were 12 years old, and what we don't know about each other probably isn't worth knowing anyway. But here's the thing, I love my network and I love to continually expand my network, but I really do loathe networking. And I'm a public speaker. I stand up in front of hundreds of people at conferences and events and share personal stories. And, they say, this is, according to Jerry Seinfeld, public speaking is the thing that people fear the most. In fact, they fear it above death, apparently. And Jerry Seinfeld says, well, what that means is that at a funeral, most people would rather be in the coffin than delivering the eulogy, which is quite a funny thought. But for me, most people assume that because that's what I do for a living, that I'm actually really confident and I probably love networking and sales and all that kind of stuff. But it couldn't be further from the truth. Even in school, I was a very shy person and the type of person that would stand on the sidelines and wait for people to approach me. Once I was approached and accepted into that social circle, then I can be a very extroverted and even dominant type character. But I don't feel comfortable pushing my way into things, and probably selling and the fear of rejection are my single biggest fears as a human being, and many people have the same kinds of fears. So where am I going with all of this? Well, where I'm going with it is, if like me, you loathe networking, but you understand that your network actually can dictate in many ways your net worth, then maybe there's something in that for us all to learn. And the reason that I wanted to highlight this is because if, like me, you are in the pursuit of the Holy Grail, financial freedom, then maybe you will need to start surrounding yourself with some other people who are actually achieving the things that you want to achieve. And in fact, everyone I know who has escaped the rat race and got out of that kind of Monday to Friday daily grind, they did so by stretching their horizon and hanging out with new people or different people to learn from them. Now, I'm not saying ditch your friends and divorce your family. That's not where I'm coming from here. But what I am saying is, when you actually limit yourself to only socializing and hearing from and speaking with the people in your network, you start to believe that those are the boundaries or the limits of life. You start to believe that there's nothing beyond that. But when you start hanging out with people who are ordinary, everyday people achieving extraordinary things, you start to realize that much more is actually possible. And Amy, my business partner in the 7 Effect, and I, we're just ordinary people who decided 2 years ago that we wanted to live an extraordinary life. And so we quit our jobs and we built a lifestyle business. And then a few months ago, I met a girl called Beck Simon, who's just an ordinary chick. She's gorgeous, but she's an ordinary person who happens to live just around the corner from me. And she was looking for a coach, and she became one of my clients, but she also introduced me to the Kayani business model. And through that, I've met all of these ordinary people that are achieving extraordinary things. And Beck and her husband, Mike, are at this level called Blue Diamond. And what that means is their average income is somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000 a month. And that's extraordinary. But these are just normal people that live just around the corner from me, and they're totally making things happen. And just because they're willing to expand their horizons and face their fears and do weird things like networking, and network marketing is how they've achieved their goal. And that's not the only way though. There's lots of ways that you can do that. And in fact, in a couple of weeks with the 7 Effect, we're hosting a breakfast called Wake Up to Financial Freedom, where we're presenting some of our people in our networks who have all escaped the rat race. But you know what? Their stories are really interesting because they've done it in their own unique way. And so if you're interested in expanding your horizons and making your network bigger and starting to believe that maybe the limits of life aren't where you think they are, then check out events like that, or just have a look at who's in your community achieving extraordinary things. So that's it from me. I want to try and keep these short and sweet. I know I tend to waffle on a little bit. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday.